This is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, the word came down that Donald Trump had canceled Black History Month, that we're not having Black History Month anymore. I heard an African on a podcast saying that he had canceled Black History Month, as if we need Donald Trump's permission to celebrate Black History Month. But some of the Black immigrants seem to be excited over the fact that Black History Month was being canceled. Well, that got in the atmosphere and people started talking about it. Oh, Trump has canceled Black History Month. Trump has canceled Black History Month. And then they said, well, they weren't celebrating it at the White House. They weren't celebrating Black History Month at the White House. Well, by now, people ought to know that Donald Trump knows their playbook by heart. So there is no way that you're going to get off on Donald Trump with something simple like he had canceled Black History Month. He's got too many players, too many Sambos and Coons not to be able to pull that off and pull it off ingenuously. So anyway, they decided to celebrate Black History Month at the White House. Now, at this celebration, you're only going to see mostly Black people. And then Donald Trump comes in and makes a speech, which I am not going to play on my video. Here are some of the attendees, the usual suspects, these congressmen, the intellectual thinkers, supposedly, skinning and grinning, showing nothing but teeth, but they're behaving pretty much like the Democrats do when they're invited to the White House. Here's this guy in this red hat. I don't know who he is, but in the video, he says he looks good in red. And then here is another group of them that I don't know, but I believe that's Judge Joe Brown. He came in dancing, like the old dude at the club. So they seem to be having a good time at this Black History Month party at the White House. And they were happy enough to make some videos, and I'll let you listen to this one.
Here at the Black History Month celebration at the White House. Oh yeah. And hey, everybody here, Kash Patel has been confirmed as an FBI director. Who's ready for some heads to roll? Let's go! Kash, I know you got the receipts. Hold them mother suckers accountable.
Show all delete.
Yeah, that's right. Jamal, yeah, that's right.
So they seem to be excited about the fact that an Indian has been confirmed as the director of the FBI. I fail to see how that's going to help the cause of Black Americans, but they seem to think that he was going to be on their team. Okay, and then I believe I recognized one of the women in the crowd as the surviving half of Diamond and Silk. I'm not sure that's who she is. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But if that is her, she seems to have recovered well enough to be back running up behind Donald Trump. So good for her. So Jamal Bryant, pastor of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Lithonia, Georgia, didn't take kindly to them throwing his picture up, trying to mock him. So he had a response for them.
These runaway slaves hiding in the White House gonna throw my picture up thinking that I'm gonna be afraid. If you got real courage, don't show my picture. Show the picture of the one that fired the Black Joint Chief of Staff from the military. If you gonna show a picture of the CEO of Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Amazon that does not recognize black dollars or black business. If you gonna put up a picture of the state legislators in Florida that are banning black books. If you gonna put up the picture of the one who is stealing classified information from the IRS and Social Security. If you gonna put up a picture of those that don't want your mama to pay $35 for insulin and your child to pay $35 for inhaler. If you gonna put up a picture of those that are jailing children and separating families. I ain't ever scared. In case you forgot, I'm from the west side of Baltimore. If you got a problem, pull up on me.
Okay, y'all. So that was a read. That was a serious read. And though, he called them runaway slaves. I found that hilarious. And I was with him most of that sermon because I'm with you when you're right. But when he's talking about separating families, those families chose to make the decision that they made to come here illegally. So the United States government is not responsible for them being separated from their children. That's their responsibility. They're at fault for that. And this guy right here, I guess he's supposed to be the leader of the group. I think he has some kind of a podcast. He's a right winger. And wouldn't you know it, this is his family. I believe these old throwbacks, like this guy right here, feel like they have to get around white people and go hard against black people to solidify their position with white people. I believe they think that white people think more highly of them if they attack other black people. I'm not sure about that. I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that white people care one bit more about him than they do any other black person, whether they're married to a white person or not. Now, it was very cowardly to bring Jamal Bryant into the conversation as a point of mockery because he disagrees with some of Donald Trump's policies, but didn't say anything about this woman right here. This is Laura Loomer. She's one of Donald Trump's major supporters. She is fierce. She is very I would say anti black, very against DEI, and she was very much against them having that Black History Month party at the White House and said so. She said, I thought we were doing away with DEI. So she basically called it a DEI party. And they didn't mention her or some of the other Republicans who were absent from the party and who didn't agree with it. Why didn't they say something about them if they wanted to make sport of somebody? That's my question. And again, I don't know what the lineage is of these people. I'm sure some of them are black Americans, descendants of slavery. I'm sure some of them are. But I don't know about that big crowd. Something tells me that some of them just might not be of our lineage. But it's still shameful. And it doesn't matter to me whether Democrats or Republicans do it. It's shameful for you to get around another group of people and put down your own people. Now, when I was growing up, and that's been a while, we didn't do that. Black people didn't do that back in the day. You didn't get around white people and throw off on other black people. You just didn't do it. And I still don't think it's appropriate. But I think that Jamal Bryant brought a very good comeback to them. Pull up. If you got a problem with him, pull up. And I'm sure it's because Jamal Bryant has been outspoken against Donald Trump. So they're going to show what great supporters of Donald Trump they are. Again, I don't believe there's anything wrong with Republicans or Democrats going to the White House for any kind of party if they want to go. But you're supposed to be there to have a good time. Joe Brown came in dancing. Why are you there talking about Jamal Bryant? Why is Jamal Bryant on your mind? You ought to be having a good time and doing the stanky leg or the wobble or whatever the dance is these days that people are doing. You shouldn't be there talking about other black people, in my opinion. That's what I think. But y'all let me know what you think about this. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.